Sayukta from Beautiful Spotless Skin team, and I'm sure all of you must be doing really good. So today we all are here to talk about a very important topic, a topic which is very close to all of us, and the topic is acne management. Acne vulgaris, when we attain puberty, those who are in their teens or young adolescents, they go through this issue. It's a very normal thing, but then it impacts us in a big way. So it's equally important to talk about it. Plus those who have a oily skin or acne prone skin, and we see a lot of acne cases in adults, especially in women. So what are the reasons why acne is caused, who are more prone to it, how to deal with it, what to do, and most importantly, what not to do is going to be the joined shortly by our skin expert. Our guest of today is Dr. Shrishti Jain from Delhi. Now, let me tell you a little more about her. So, Dr. Shrishti Jain is a distinguished dermatologist with an impressive array of qualifications and professional experiences. So, she earned her MBBS from KMC Mangalore, Manipal Academy of Higher Education in 2010, followed by an MD in Dermatology from SBKS Medical Institute and Research Center, Vadodara in 2020. She further pursued a DNB, completing it in June 2020. Dr. Jain has enriched her expertise with an observership in aesthetic dermatology and lasers at Valia Skin Clinic, Mohali in 2022. Currently, Dr. Jain serves as a consultant dermatologist at Bhagwati Hospital, Rohini, and Life Care Clinic in Ashok Vihar, Phase 1, New Delhi, of course. Her prior roles include positions at Kaya Skin Clinic, Maharaja Agrawal Hospital, and many other esteemed institutions like Hindurao Hospital, etc., etc. She has extensive experience in advanced dermatological procedures and has attended numerous workshops on botulinum toxins, fillers, hair transplantations, etc. Her scholarly contributions include publication in leading dermatology journals and a notable first prize in e-poster presentation at the DAS Summit 2018. Dr. Jain's thesis focused on immunotherapy for viral warts, and she actively contributes to dermatological education through various platforms. So today we are going to be joined by Dr. Shrishti Jain soon, where we'll try to understand why acne happens, what are the various types and grades of acne, and how to deal with it, how to manage acne is going to be our topic for today. So we are just waiting for doctor to join us, and today we'll talk about acne management. Now, the thing is, many of us have this oily skin, and it makes us more prone to acne formation. Then, of course, there are people, especially women, who have PCOS, PCOD, and they get so many acne, especially along the jaw side as an adult. So adult acnes are equally common. So today we will deal with all these topics, and we'll try to understand what to do and what not to do. Because what happens, we love trying, do a lot of experiments with our skin, which is definitely not a good thing, because skin being the largest organs do deserve some kind of respect, and thus it becomes even more important to understand that we need to respect our skin. It has its own, demands, etc. And here we go. We have with us Dr. Shrishti Jain joining us from Delhi. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Jain.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction.
It's such a pleasure to have you with us, Doctor. And today we are going to talk about such an important topic, because acne is such a chronic and such a common, skin-related issue. Almost all of us go through that phase of acne vulgaris, or with women, I mean, it becomes even more, persistent. So it's important to understand what is acne, why it is formed, how to take care of it, how to prevent it, etc., etc. So with you, of course, we'll have a very interesting conversation, I'm sure. To start with, doctor, for our understanding, because most of us are laymen, हमें नहीं पता कि ये क्या हो रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है, but then we go through that phase. What is acne? क्यों होता है ये?
Okay. So acne is a chronic inflammatory condition of the pilosebaceous unit. In simple terms, in our skin, there are oil glands which are associated with hair follicles. Hair are terminal and vellus. There are two types. Like on scalp, there are thick hair. They are called terminal hair. On face also, there are very tiny hair in Hindi, which we call ruan, like bal ka ruan, like very fine hair. They are also associated with the oil glands. When those glands undergo inflammation and infection with the bacteria named as Cutibacterium acne, then we experience acne in simple terms, which we call pimples.
Right. Acha, as a layman, again, we don't understand, but then we see various grades for maybe types of acne. कभी बहुत छोटे छोटे होते हैं, black head, white head, जिसे हम लोग कहते हैं, बहुत common term है हम लोग के लिए. Then they are really big and troublesome. Many times it's filled with pus and it's painful. कई बार तो बहुत ही बड़े ऐसा लगता है कोई नोड्यूल कोई cyst बन गया है. Acne नहीं है, कुछ और ही problem है. So what are these various grades or types of acne, doctor?
Okay, so the types and grades basically it starts with the comedone. Comedones are like blackheads and whiteheads in simple terms.
Wow.
Uh, the blackheads are the open comedones. Basically, oxidization occurs due to which it turns black in color, and the closed comedones are the white ones. They are non-inflammatory. They are just blackheads. Now they turn into papules. Papules are like tiny bumps on our face, which you can like if you rub your finger, you can feel the bumps, or you may even notice by just seeing the bumps. They are called papules. That is grade 2. Then moving further, grade 3, when they are pus filled, those papules only when they get infected, they are pus filled, which we see the whitish dot on the top of the pus. Like Hindi may we say दाने का top pinpoint मुंह visible है. Some people say
हाँ
like that.
मुंह दिख रहा है दाने का
हाँ.
हाँ.
So that is the pustule. And the last grade, grade 4, is when they turn even bigger, they form a nodule or a cyst. Basically, जो बहुत बड़े वाले thick से like feel करने में, they are painful also, and sometimes they are filled with fluid also. Those are the nodulocystic acne or grade 4. And grade 4 acne usually lead to scarring.
Right. Okay, doctor. Now, doctor, when we talk about teenagers, young adolescents, we all know जब puberty attain करते हैं तो बहुत सारे biological changes होते हैं, hormonal changes होते हैं और acne होता है. कई बार क्या होता है because as a teenage maybe I'm not that aware or maybe I mean this the Gen Z of course they are very aware and focused and have clear things. But then many times when we discuss it as a teenager with our parents, तो वो कहते हैं कि ये तो normal है, ये तो होगा, इसको डॉक्टर को दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है, ये तो होता ही है, सबको होता है. But now when I have grown up, I have realized कि उस टाइम अगर डॉक्टर के पास जाते ना तो शायद ये जो पोस्ट एक्ने मार्क्स स्कार्स रह जाते हैं वो नहीं रहते. एक्ने तो इवेंचुअली ओके ठीक है चलो वो एक साइन ऑफ ग्रोइंग है वो चले जाएंगे बट ये नहीं रह जाते. What how would you like to address this issue, especially to those parents who are watching who have teenagers, young adults in their homes, or those who are into this process of having acne vulgaris? क्यों जरूरी है इस स्टेज में भी जब एक्ने होते हैं which is very normal कि हम एक डॉक्टर एक डॉक्टर के पास जाए.
That is exactly right what you mentioned. Acne hona and in an adolescent age is completely normal, but to treat them is equally important. कोई भी चीज see like even people undergo fever since the age of infancy only. Infection prevail कर रहा है, infection हो गया, we manifested as fever. But इसका ये मतलब नहीं that we don't treat the fever and we just be like just
Right.
be ignorant to it. Same way, acne होता जरूर है adolescent age में, that is normal because of hormonal influences. But if not treated in time, it may lead to scarring. And scarring is such a nuisance. Like to treat acne, like as a patient also, to get treated for acne is quite simpler. Rather than getting treated for the post acne marks and scars, the treatment process is lengthy also and it is quite cumbersome also. It does give results, but then why, if you have an option to treat it early, why go to that stage?
Absolutely. So it becomes very important to go and check with a doctor, that too a qualified dermatologist. Don't fall for, quacks, etc. because
Definitely.
quackery is rapidly increasing. Then we have parlor वाली दीदीज और इतना इंटरेक्शन होता है ना क्योंकि यही वो टाइम होता है जब हमने नया नया फेशियल करवाना या आईब्रो प्लग करवाना ये सब शुरू किया होता है तो ना कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है या नेबर्स या फ्रेंड्स तो सब अपने अपने ट्रीटमेंट बताते हैं. अच्छा चूंकि ये बात निकली है डॉक्टर तो मैं ये भी आपसे जानना चाहूंगी एंड दिस इज अ वेरी कॉमन थिंग इन आवर सोसाइटी कि दोस्त ने हमें कहा कि अरे मुझे हुआ था, मुझे डॉक्टर ने ये क्रीम दिया था, इट वर्क लाइक मैजिक, तुम भी यूज कर लो। रिलेटिव ने कहा कि अरे तुम तो मुल्तानी मिट्टी लगा लो, ये लगा लो, ठीक हो जाएगा। कुछ नहीं है, देन वी हैव दीज क्लोज बाय नियर बाय केमिस्ट शॉप्स वेयर वी गो गेट द ट्यूब for topical application, and initially they work like a magic cream. हमें लगता है कि देखो हमारे हाथ में तो पता नहीं क्या ही लग गया है, जादू की छड़ी लग गई है। But later on, after some time, we realizes that we are now an addict to that particular cream or tube, whatever it is. And the moment we stop using it, our face is, full of breakouts and all. So how to deal, because of course skin है तो हमको लगता है होम रेमेडी भी वर्क कर जाएगा, कुछ लगा लो वर्क कर जाएगा, अरे फ्रेंड ने दे दिया तो डॉक्टर के पास जाने की क्या जरूरत है, ये तो डॉक्टर के पास गया ही था, गई थी। तो ये सब ऑब्सेशन से अपने आप को दूर रखना क्यों जरूरी है? डू दे रियली वर्क और दे वर्क डिफरेंटली, दे इम्पैक्ट अस नेगेटिवली?
It is important to consult individually because first of all, even if someone says कि मुझे तो डॉक्टर ने ये प्रिस्क्राइब किया था, अब भी ये लगा लो. But as we discussed, acne के gradings are different. For different grades of acne, we need different types of treatment. Plus, your skin type differs. Like same grade of acne also can exist in a person who has a dry skin, in a person who has an oily skin. It is a myth कि कुछ लोग, some people consider that only oily skin is associated with acne. No, even dry skin people can have acne. So the product which is given to an oily skin person for acne, if the same product is applied by a person who has dry skin, it might worsen instead of giving improvement, right? And second thing, the chemists which they prescribe, or for that matter, any neighbor or anything, पड़ोसी ने बोला ये लगा लो, ये कर लो. Steroid creams are one of the most abused creams. Like when in the conditions in which they are indicated, steroids creams work magic, no doubt, they work magic. But where not indicated, वहां पे अगर steroid cream use किया, so it's basically a double-edged sword. जहाँ पे नहीं रिक्वायर्ड है वहां पे अगर कोई गलत चीज यूज करोगे, इट टर्न्स आउट टू बी अ फ्लेयर. देन द राइटली व्हाट यू सेड, इनिशियली हो सकता है 1-2 दिन, 2-4 दिन थोड़ा बेटर लगेगा, बट रिबाउंड फ्लेयर इतना आता है दैट इट इज वेरी मैसिव देन. तो हम तो पेशेंट्स को इनफैक्ट मतलब इट इज द ट्रूथ, बट स्टिल वी ट्राई टू स्केयर देम कि नहीं, स्टेरॉइड क्रीम तो एक्ने पे गलती से भी नहीं लगाना है, अदरवाइज जो आपका अभी का स्टेट है उससे भी -2 लेवल पे पहुंच जाओगे. एंड दैट इज ट्रू एक्चुअली. So that
राइट।
is the
अब कई
case,
बार
yeah.
होता है, कई लोगों को चेहरे पे फेशियल हेयर्स अचानक बहुत ज्यादा होने लगते हैं, या फिर स्किन बहुत थिन हो जाती है। आई हैव हर्ड सो मेनी पेशेंट्स हु बाय द टाइम दे रीच अ डॉक्टर, व्हिच इज वेरी लेट, बिकॉज दे आर यूजिंग अ लॉट ऑफ टॉपिकल एप्लीकेशंस, ओवर द काउंटर मेडिकेशंस एक्सेट्रा, और वो कहते हैं कि डॉक्टर को ज्यादा टाइम इसलिए लगा क्योंकि अब वो एक्ने इशू था ही नहीं, एक्ने तो एक इशू है, बट अब हमने अपनी स्किन को इतना डिटोरिएट कर लिया है कि उनको स्किन को बैक टू नॉर्मल लाने में ही सबसे ज्यादा टाइम लगा. सो इज इट ट्रू डॉक्टर, आई मीन द ट्रीटमेंट लेंथ इंक्रीजेस?
It happens sometimes, as I said, that if you do not use the right products as per your skin, तो acne तो एक चीज है, but along with that other issues come into place which we need to address them, जो कि not recommended creams लगाने से skin को harm करते हैं, then we need to address that thing as well. So then the treatment gets prolonged.
Thus, the bottom line is, in case you have acne, please go and consult a doctor, consult a qualified dermatologist. So, check that they are qualified, they are board certified, go to them, talk to them. It's really important. And go to them initially, as soon as you start seeing the lesions, the acne things. Please go and
That is
consult
very
a doctor.
true, and this is very important to prevent post-acne pigmentation and scarring.
Because treating acne, because I had this issue for a long, long time, so I understand and I like to quote it. Treating acne is one thing, treating post-acne marks and scars is bigger challenge. So please go and consult the doctor at the right time. Otherwise,
Yeah.
scars are forever, ever, and ever. और कुछ दाग अच्छे होते होंगे, लेकिन एक्ने वाले दाग तो बिल्कुल अच्छे नहीं होते हैं, तो please go
Yeah,
and
right.
consult the doctor. Now, doctor, because even if we have a oily skin or acne prone skin, adults maybe, especially women में बहुत acne issues आजकल देखने को मिल रहे हैं. Then of course teenagers की जो हमने बात की वो तो है ही. ऐसे में a very common question that people often ask is, what is a basic, a minimalistic skincare routine that we can follow, be more consistent with? क्योंकि आजकल इतना कुछ ट्रेंड में है, we have so many social media influencers and so many things. कभी कोरियन स्किन केयर वेजी पे फॉलो ट्रेंड में आता है, कभी 7 to 10 स्टेप स्किन केयर रेजिमे व्हिच इज प्रैक्टिकली नॉट पॉसिबल टू बी मोर कंसिस्टेंट, या
Exactly,
तो हम
yeah.
सिर्फ वही करें, लेकिन काम पढ़ाई के साथ एक बेसिक क्या स्किन केयर रूटीन हम अपनाएं एक्ने को ध्यान में रखते हुए, तो वो क्या होना चाहिए डॉक्टर?
Like basic skincare routine, see first is cleansing. Now cleansing depends on, like, if your skin is too oily, you can go for a face wash which contains either salicylic or glycolic acid. If your skin is towards the sensitive side or towards the dry side, go for some milder cleansers containing cetyl alcohol, stearyl alcohol. They are kind of creamy washes. Now people sometimes consider कि foam तो बना नहीं, झाग तो बना नहीं, मुझे मेरा face clean नहीं लग रहा. But that is not the notion. Cleansers are meant for cleaning. Foam bane ya na bane, that doesn't matter. But according to your skin, if your skin is sensitive, you need to go for certain kind of cleansers. If your skin is towards the oily side, you would need to go for certain cleansers. Now, the frequency of cleansing twice a day is good enough. That's good to go. Twice a day के बाद भी if somebody feels that मेरी skin तो बहुत oil produce करती है, बहुत pollution है, you can use normal water for cleansing your face more than twice if you're cleansing. But too much cleansing also, like getting this notion that agar if I clean my face say 6-7 times a day, I'll remove all the oil. That's not the case, because then your skin thinks, this is scientifically proven, then your skin will try to compensate, because itna frequent washing se jo oil nikal jayega, then your skin will try to compensate by producing more oil. So eventually you're doing more harm than good. So that is one thing. Then after that, toner, like the CT, the thing which is followed, cleanser, toner, moisturizer, sunscreen. Toner is optional. If you do, that's good enough. Just a basic skin toner. Any rose water would also do for that matter. Then comes moisturization. Moisturization is also very essential in acne patients. Again, like people think that acne hai, to already oil hai, moisture hai, we don't need a moisturizer. That's not the case. First, because what I already explained, that the skin might compensate by producing more oil. We don't want that, so we want a moisturizer. Second, mostly the acne treatments which people are undergoing, the gels which we give for application, they have a tendency to cause dryness. That's not a bad sign. They work that way only. But then you need to complement it with a moisturizer. Now, moisturizers, if it is mentioned non-comedogenic, that is the best, because comedones, as we talked in the starting, the first grade of acne, the black and white heads, the open and closed comedones, they form and then they progress to higher grades of acne. So if a moisturizer is non-comedogenic, then we are safe to go. That means that moisturizer will not aggravate our acne, and that will be best suited for the acne-prone skin. Now, last comes the sunscreen. Sunscreen is also very important. First, because whatever acne treatments we are giving generally do need a sun protection along with them. And sunscreen also has anti-aging benefits. People are not aware of it, but yes, sunscreen is just not a product or just not a cosmetic. It is kind of a treatment only for anti-aging as well. So in general, like not even in acne patients, in general, this is the basic routine: cleanser, toner, moisturizer, sunscreen. Apart from that, the serums which people, AHA, BHA serums which people are using, that depends. Like you might or might not use. If your skin is too sensitive, just avoid for some time. If your skin is used to it, if you have been applying it, you can continue with the serums. That's it.
राइट, तो एक क्लेंजर, टोनर, एक मॉइस्चराइजर, एक सनस्क्रीन एंड सीरम इफ रिक्वायर्ड, इफ यू आर यूज्ड टू इट देन इट्स ओके। तो एक बहुत ही सिंपल रेजिमेंट है जिसे हमको फॉलो करना है, कंसिस्टेंट रहना है। एंड ऑफ कोर्स डॉक्टर, अनदर क्वेश्चन, आपने बहुत अच्छे से क्लेंजर को लेकर जो मिथ्स हैं, मॉइस्चराइजर को लेकर, सनस्क्रीन को लेकर, उसे भी दूर किए हैं, लेकिन अगेन when we go out to buy these products, you know, because market is flooded with products. Sunscreens के तो इतने you know information लिखे होते हैं उनके boxes पे, tubes पे, and we are so confused what to go for. SPF हम सबको पता है कि अच्छा SPF एक चीज होता है और जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना अच्छा है, sun protection factor. I think this is one thing जिसमें हम सबका GK बिल्कुल perfect है. But otherwise, we don't know, especially if we have acne-prone skin, कि कौन सा sunscreen लेना है, कौन सा moisturizer लेना है. What are the things to look for when we go to buy these products? तो कोई particular चीज जो हमको जरूर देखनी चाहिए before buying, especially if we have a oily or acne-prone skin?
One thing is, look for gel-based products rather than cream-based products, like the base which is there in the with the active ingredient. Cream-based products are they tend to generally cause more oiliness or chipchipapan, what we call. But the gel-based
Mhm.
ones are good to go. They feel very light on your skin. They won't feel heavy. They won't clog pores. Second, non-comedogenic word should be mentioned. Non-comedogenic, as I explained, they won't cause comedones and hence they won't trigger acne formation. So this is one thing, gel-based, non-comedogenic. And for sunscreens in general, like not for acne, in general, SPF 30 and above is good to go. People like marketing strategies, like people come up with sunscreens, companies come up with sunscreens SPF 50, 60, 80, 100, whatever.
Mhm.
But then SPF 30 offers 95% protection. SPF 50 offers 98 to 99% protection. That is more than enough. Now, SPF 50, if it is offering already 98 to 99%, how much difference will SPF 60, 70, 80 make? But the cost difference would be much. SPF 50 ka cost dekho, SPF 80 ka cost dekho, there would be much difference. So
Ah,
that is
okay.
not of any use practically. If so, basically the bottom line is if you don't have too much sun exposure, SPF 30 would also do. If you have long, prolonged hours of sun exposure, then SPF 50 is good. But SPF 30 plus in Indian skin is good enough. And if you have prolonged exposure to sun, you have to repeat the sunscreen application after every 3 hours.
Okay. So, and in case you have any doubt, you are confused, you don't know what to go for, please go and consult your dermat again for these products. They'll help you in choosing the right product. और जैसे कि डॉक्टर जै ने बताया भी कि sunscreen is just not protecting us from the harmful radiations of sun or various other light sources. It's also working as an anti-aging प्रोडक्ट वो हमारी स्किन को यंगर रखने में भी हेल्प
Help
करता है तो आई थिंक
करता है, yeah.
इसको अगर हम ज्यादा प्रमोट करें तो लोग सनस्क्रीन यूज करने लगेंगे बिकॉज अदरवाइज आई मीन द थिंग आई एम श्योर यू आल्सो नो इट दैट इन इंडिया 67-70% ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इज स्टिल नॉट यूजिंग सनस्क्रीन एज अ रेगुलर थिंग एज अ रूटीन
It
थिंग
is to be
बाहर
used
जाना है
and the
धूप
exactly. And the second notion is that people think कि जब धूप है हमें सिर्फ तब sunscreen लगाना है. But no, even in cloudy weathers, ultraviolet rays do reach the earth and do reach your skin, and they are we need to protect ourselves from those as well. And when we were discussing sunscreens, one factor we discussed was SPF. Second is PA plus plus plus. Like the SPF only guarantees you protection against the UVB, but the ultraviolet A rays also need to be blocked. So PA, it's sunscreens usually have it mentioned PA plus 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 or PA 4 plus. So minimum PA 3 plus is required. So whenever you get a sunscreen, just look for minimum SPF 30 and PA 3 plus. If it's 4 plus, even better, but even minimum 3 plus is what is required.
फेयर इनफ अच्छा एक्ने को लेकर एक और बहुत कॉमन क्वेश्चन पीपल ऑफन आस्क स्पेशली गर्ल्स इज कैन वी डू मेकअप विद दीस एक्नेस ऑन मेनी टाइम्स इट्स अ नेसेसिटी टू आई मीन प्रोफेशनल रिक्वायरमेंट है मेकअप करना ही है वी हैव एयर होस्टेसेस एक्टर्स एंकर्स और एक्ने भी है तो क्या करें
See, first of all, we tell them to, if you can avoid, that is the best. If not, because some professions are bound to put makeup, like for example, air hostesses and all. So at least go for the products. If makeup is also, if it is mentioned non-comedogenic, or if they are the light based, like not very heavy to feel on your skin, you can like always have a test patch. And then the final thing is that as soon as you get back to your home, just clean your face, wash your face nicely, and then go to sleep. However tired you are, like कई बार होता है यार थक गए छोड़ो ना दिन भर से तो लगा ही है 4-5 घंटे और लग जाएगा तो क्या फर्क पड़ेगा 4-5 घंटे बाद तो सुबह उठना ही है बट नो every hour counts like let your skin just breathe during like you are sleeping let your skin also rest and breathe nicely just remove all the makeup some people do follow double cleansing if you have put a lot of makeup double cleansing means first you use a oil based micellar water or something for cleaning the makeup, the extra makeup. And then second, you use your proper face wash to just wash your face and get rid of whatever makeup you have on your face. In the end, at the night, if you want, if you're feeling your skin is dry, you can apply a very light non-comedogenic moisturizer and go to sleep.
Okay, fair enough. Doctor, what about the brushes, the applicators? Because most of the time they are wet, or I think they are more vulnerable to catch bacteria and all. तो क्या उसकी वजह से भी acne हो सकता है?
Definitely they can because the brushes, if you don't wash it very regularly, very frequently, they accumulate the infection, the dust, and the bacteria and everything. So it forms a kind of vicious cycle. They will further aggravate acne. So it is recommended to keep your makeup brushes and everything clean.
Okay. अच्छा खाने पीने को लेके लाइफस्टाइल को लेके because we are getting so many questions. Will exercise help me in dealing with acne or how diet influences acne? कई बार होता है when as a teenager we have heard so many people saying कि अरे तुमने ज्यादा मीठा खाया होगा, ज्यादा दूध पिया होगा, ज्यादा चॉकलेट खाया होगा, इसलिए acne हो गया. So is there any dietary precaution that you would like to tell us about?
Yeah, diet does play a role to some extent. Like not ऐसा नहीं है कि मीठा खा लिया तो एक्ने हो गया. But then yes, अगर मीठा नहीं खाओगे या कम खाओगे, so maybe your acne will it will be help in your improvement of acne better. Because there is a theory like high glycemic index foods, which like high glycemic index foods meaning जो कि खा के our sugar level rises rapidly. Like same way the foods which are prohibited in diabetes. Same way, if you avoid those high sugar foods in acne, so you get a better response because high glycemic index foods trigger insulin like growth factor 1, IGF-1, which induces or which triggers acne even further. So we do not want that. Coming to dairy products, yes, there is a notion that dairy products also trigger or increase acne. So regular 1 to 2 glasses of milk a day is okay. But then having excess of cheese, excess of dairy products daily on a daily basis, they might be aggravating. So you can just like cut down a little bit. But completely avoiding or complete no is not advised. That's okay. Little bit is okay. This is the thing. Second, antioxidant rich foods like fruits you should consume more so that because our skin needs antioxidation. And exercise is also important because exercise again will regulate your insulin like growth factor and your hormones as well. So exercise will definitely help. Just that after exercise, you should again wash your face because sweating, otherwise sweating would accumulate on your face and they might even further trigger acne.
Right, because you mentioned about sweating and how it can, trigger acne formation. There is a question by one of our viewer regarding mask acne. Now, mask acne is one thing that we experience, especially during,
COVID times.
COVID pandemic era. Yeah, and again, because masks are such an integral part of our lives now, especially in cities like Delhi or Mumbai or in metros where the air quality is really bad, we are bound to use masks on a regular or more frequently. So mask acne के बारे में भी थोड़ा आप बताना चाहोगे, doctor?
Yeah. Maskne, the term was introduced during the COVID times, and it is an entity. That's why the term has been introduced because prolonged hours of mask wearing a mask, then the sweat accumulates inside, and the pores get clogged, and hence it results in acne formation. So, if you are into a profession in which you need to apply masks for a longer time, just you can just do one thing that change your masks frequently, like wearing one mask from morning till the end, or like if you have a night shift, wearing the same mask all throughout. Rather than that you can like just change your mask every 3 to 4 hours if you're having excessive sweating. In between, when you're changing your mask, you can just wash your face or just pat dry so that there's not enough moisture accumulation or enough sweat accumulation into that.
So taking care of your skin, your personal hygiene is equally important. Now, doctor, as you said, keeping a good lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, of course, goes a long way in maintaining a good health, and goes the same way for skin as well. So eating right, sleeping well, exercising, etc. They all go a long way. But then when a patient comes to you with acne issues, we would now like to, cover that part of diagnosis, treatment, etc. Are there normally any tests that you recommend for the proper diagnosis, or just by clinical investigation, taking history, etc., you are sure कि हाँ ये problem है, ये reason होगा, और ये line of treatment होगा?
Mostly it is we don't need any tests, we don't need any investigations. But in certain cases, we do require to investigate, like in people in whom we suspect that they might have PCOS in females. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So we look for
Yes.
certain features like who have hair growth, terminal hair growth, or if they are experiencing other signs of hyperandrogenism, or if they're experiencing weight gain or hair loss or whatever, like if we feel that there can be some underlying disease which we cannot afford to miss out on, then we do order for some investigations. Otherwise, in normal cases, we just clinical examination is the diagnosis.
Right. And what are the various treatment options available, doctor?
Treatment options for acne, it's again based on the grades and the skin types. Initial grade 1 and 2, just the comedones and the papules. Only we usually prescribe topicals, like topical meaning gels or creams, which are either azelaic acid, benzoyl peroxide, or adapalene, that is retinoid. Once we see infection, the pustules which we talked about, then we add antibiotics, either topical or oral, depending on the number of the pustules or the grade of the lesions, like how many are the number, the count also, like how many pustules are there. And in grade 4, in the nodulocystic acne, along with topicals, we do like to add oral retinoids as well.
Right. And as we spoke initially कि एक्ने तो चला जाता है फिर भी, लेकिन जो स्कार्स और मार्क्स देकर जाता है उसे ट्रीट करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, तो उसके लिए क्या प्रोसीजर्स, क्या ट्रीटमेंट ऑप्शंस है?
See, procedures are there even for acne and even for post-acne marks and scarring. While in the active acne also, there is chemical peeling available, which is one of my favorite go-to treatments. Because chemical peeling, first of all, it's not anything systemic. You're not consuming anything, any oral antibiotic or any oral retinoid or anything. So it is side effect free. Secondly, it does act. It gets deeper into your skin and it does act very well, and it really does give improvement along with the conventional treatment. So chemical peeling is which is recommended along with in the active acne, along with the medication and the topical treatments as well. Now coming to the pigmentation and scarring. For pigmentation, again, we have some topicals which we like to give along with chemical peeling, and there are certain lasers like Q-switch anti-ag laser, which we usually go for pigmentation, but very rarely in cases of acne. In other indications of pigmentation, we do go for laser. Then coming to scarring, they usually confuse pigmentation with scarring. Now, pigmentation is the spots, like जो धब्बे पड़ जाते हैं, those are the spots of the pigmentation. Scarring is गड्ढे, like skin surface जो smooth नहीं होता है, उसमें जो
बन जाती है।
pits बन जाते हैं, exactly, those are the scarring. Those are termed as acne scars. For acne scars, we have various procedures. We have CO2 laser, we have other kinds of lasers, we have derma roller with PRP. Like there are many options available for acne scars, and they do get treated. Like ऑल्दो मतलब हम पेशेंट को इनिशियली ऐसे बताते हैं, डराते हैं थोड़ा सा कि ट्रीट इट इन टाइम सो दैट यू डू नॉट गेट स्कारिंग, बट इन केस इफ यू हैव स्कारिंग ऑल्सो देर आर मेनी प्रोसीजर्स अवेलेबल टू कॉम्बैट दैट एंड टू ट्रीट दैट एज वेल.
इसीलिए जरूरी है कि हम पहले डॉक्टर के पास जाएं, एक क्वालिफाइड डर्मेट के पास जाएं, ताकि प्रॉपर डायग्नोसिस हो, प्रॉपर ट्रीटमेंट हो, और इससे चांसेस कम हो जाएंगे पोस्ट एक्ने इन्फ्लेमेटरी मार्क्स होने के या स्कार्स होने के. फिर भी अगर होते हैं देन दे डू हैव प्रोसीजर्स टू. तो इसकी घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन हाँ, जितनी जल्दी डॉक्टर से संपर्क करेंगे, सही जगह जाएंगे, क्वालिफाइड डर्मेट के पास जाएंगे, उतनी आसानी होगी, उतना वक्त भी आपका बचेगा, rather than going for and experimenting with your skin with various home remedies or over the counter medication, etc. Now, doctor, there's a question by Sonia, and her question is, can physical exfoliation cause acne? Exfoliate भी बहुत करते हैं लोग, उनको लगता है इससे acne problem खत्म हो जाएगा.
See, mild exfoliation, mild scrubbing once a week, that is okay. But excess of scrubbing, excess of exfoliation, again, if it leads to irritation of skin, if it leads to excessive dryness, one, the skin can counteract that with producing more oil and hence causing acne. Or else, even if you don't get acne, but because of excessive exfoliation, you might get other problems, like your skin might be started to feeling rough, or some dermatitis or some other, like basically you might get some other conditions. So just don't overdo anything by yourself.
UV का question है, can laser treatments help with acne scars?
Yes, definitely. Laser treatment does help with acne scars. Like we usually explain to the patients that you might or might not get completely smooth skin as it was initially or as you have on other body parts. But yes, approx 60 to 70% results you do get 60 to 70% results. Basically, it won't be as visible as it is at present. You need to
Oh,
undergo multiple sittings of lasers, either lasers or derma roller, or like there are multiple treatment options for acne scars. Whatever treatment you undergo, there will be definitely improvement. And that again, like after a few sittings, you will be able to appreciate it better.
और प्रोसीजर्स आप कहाँ से करा रहे हैं, लेजर ट्रीटमेंट कहाँ से करा रहे हैं, ये भी बहुत ध्यान रखने की जरूरत है. तो अगेन गो फॉर
Exactly.
अ क्वालिफाइड डर्मेटोलॉजिस्ट, बिकॉज अदरवाइज वी हैव जैसा हमने पहले भी बात की, क्वैक्स बहुत है, कई पार्लर्स है, सलून्स है जो ये क्लेम करते हैं कि वो ये सब प्रोसीजर्स करते हैं. तो प्लीज गो टू द राइट पर्सन जहाँ पे क्वालिफाइड डर्मेट हो टू टेक केयर ऑफ यू डोंट एक्सपेरिमेंट विद
Exactly.
योर स्किन.
That is very
राइट.
important because we don't need that you do harm rather than doing good. Like there is one chemical
Absolutely.
TCA which we apply for ice pick scars. There is a kind of scars, ice pick scars. We apply TCA for that. But then, if not applied correctly, it might even burn your skin. So that will be quite harmful.
ये वैसे ही है कि अगर आप किसी और ऑर्गन में प्रॉब्लम है तो आप एक क्वालिफाइड डॉक्टर के पास जाएंगे ना, स्पेशलिस्ट के पास जाएंगे ना उसके ऑपरेशन के लिए या ट्रीटमेंट के लिए.
Exactly.
तो स्किन को लेकर हम इतने लीनियंट क्यों हो जाते हैं, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. दैट इज द होल मोटो ऑफ डिस्कशन. नाउ डॉक्टर, बिफोर वी
True.
वाइंड अप द होल सेशन, एनी टेक होम मैसेज, एनीथिंग दैट यू वुड लाइक टू से व्हाइल कंक्लूडिंग द सेशन?
Take home message is this only. One is basic skincare routine, whether or not you have acne. But it is recommended, it is good to follow a basic skincare routine, which is cleansing, toning, moisturizer, and sunscreen. Serum application is plus or minus, that is up to you, or you can like consult your dermatologist according to your skin type. Secondly, do not self medicate. Self medication can do harm rather than good. And in pregnancy, especially, like people like clindamycin is a very common antibiotic, topical antibiotic, which we give in acne, and that people use also by themselves. That's okay. But in pregnancy, what to use, what not to use. Retinoids are strictly contraindicated in pregnancy, even topical. Like people think कि tablet तो हमने कुछ नहीं खाई है, खाली skin पे लगाया है, but that also is might not harm anything. But when it is not safe, when it is not good to use, why go for a risky thing? So just consult a qualified dermatologist, and yeah, don't like indulge into like some chemist ने कुछ बता दिया, कोई पड़ोसी ने कुछ बता दिया, कोई steroid cream लगा ली, or like just don't take any risks with your skin, especially your face.
Absolutely. Skin is the mirror of our, overall health. Whatever is going on inside is getting reflected on our skin. So don't experiment with it. Don't risk it. Have a flawless, spotless skin. And in case of problem, please go and consult a doctor, a qualified dermatologist. Thank you so very much, Dr. Shrishti. And it was wonderful talking to you. It was a
Same
very
here.
interesting and informative session.
Same here. I enjoyed it as well.
Okay, doctor, thank you. And viewers, thank you for joining us. Take care, stay healthy, and keep yourself occupied with whatever keeps you, in a positive frame of mind. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.